And we thought the Detroit Lions were dysfunctional last all offseason with them revolting against Matt Patricia, head coach, but it's nothing compared to this Aaron Rodgers story that break out. It's like open season on Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers. And like I said before, I don't have no ill will towards Aaron Rodgers. I don't hate Aaron Rodgers at all, but this is an interesting story. I'll link an article in the description proving it to be factual, but if you turned on any type of TV today, sports TV, you've seen this story run. Emergency Sports Talk in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in to the live last night. Appreciate everybody for tapping in right now. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, bell icon button, but we here, all right? And Aaron Rodgers, apparently was mad at Mike McCarthy, right? And he made some claims being made from anonymous sources, right? That, he was mad at Mike McCarthy and didn't give him a shot because he passed up on him in the draft for Alex Smith and said he thought Alex Smith was a better football player than Aaron Rodgers. I'm paraphrasing there, obviously, but he said around those lines. So a year later, I didn't really realize this. I'm not a Packer fan, or I'm not a 49er fan at all. Obviously, I'm a Detroit Lions fan. That's it. But then, he becomes the Packer head coach the following year after the draft. Okay. He was the offensive coordinator for the 49ers, I believe. And I'm going to talk about his previous history from some other fan bases that I do network with. We just chop it up with. But right now, he goes over to Packers. Brett Favre, I believe, is still there. And Aaron Rodgers just, would change. They say he would change the plays, and he would just be disobedient to Mike McCarthy. And this went on for years. He never gave him a shot, all because he picked Alex Smith over him. And that's some girly stuff right there, man. That's some little kid stuff. And it sounds like this dude is a certified asshole. I mean, it go further than an asshole. I don't know. It just go further than that, man. He's a sensitive, Rouse Transvent, sensitivity. He's just a sensitive little itch, man, for real. And I'm gonna prove it. Then, he gets mad at Mike McCarthy because he didn't pick him, so he didn't have to give him a shot. He changes the plays. Basically, he says Mike McCarthy got the lowest IQ out of any coach he ever met. That's what some of the anonymous sources were saying. And he got to the point where Aaron would change all the plays, and he claimed that McCarthy would call the play. They only worked 1 out of 15 times in practice. So he pretty much had a vendetta over him because, he didn't get an opportunity to play for the 49ers, and Mike McCarthy passed him up. I believe he's from that area, the Bay Area as well, too. And, he probably felt slighted because he wanted to play for his hometown team. So it goes on. I believe Ryan Grant, the former running back, just said, he never got along with him. He never gave him a chance. He would change the plays, and this went on for years and years. And it had players that was young guys that didn't know to do what McCarthy said do or do what Aaron said do, because Aaron was the one that was going to make you a star, not make you a star. So they was confused. And like I said before, go on to the Greg Jennings story when they was playing somebody. I can't remember who it was. And, Aaron Rodgers told the other team that they should go get Greg Jennings because he was in the contract year. And Greg Jennings said, damn, I'm standing right here, So pretty much, he was trying to, basically telling Greg Jennings and telling the other team that Greg Jennings wasn't going to be back next season. Then you got the whole situation with his family. His family got caught up in the fire. He don't call his mom and pops or his brothers be calling him out saying he just an asshole. And basically what they saying is he once you fuck up with him, you don't get no second chances. And I can relate. But damn, to this extent, he don't mess with his family. He don't mess with Mike McCarthy. I mean, this dude is just like he a savage. He take personal vendettas to another level. And at the end of the day, man, I feel him, man. He the man. He flexes power. He might have put that whack story out about Mike McCarthy, going to get a massage and spending team meetings. McCarthy said he never done that. But yeah, to the part where, I had heard from some Saints fans that McCarthy was the offensive coordinator down there. I believe at one point said he sucked down there. So, it's some validity to Aaron Rodgers saying he got a low football IQ. So I had heard that before this story came out from some Saints fans that say they hated him as an offensive coordinator. But, you just wonder, damn, how did they hold this together? They must have had some real strong Gorilla Glue or some Gorilla Tape to hold this situation together, man. And it was very dysfunctional. At the end of the day, not only would you think Aaron Rodgers would be mad at Mike McCarthy, but Ted Thompson for years, who didn't go out there and look to spend money in free agency and get Aaron Rodgers the best around him, But that just shows you how talented well, he ain't young no more, but the guy is. He's a very talented quarterback. And for him to get away with all of that, talking all this shit about Mike McCarthy, at some point, Mike McCarthy should have went off. And he should have pulled Aaron to the side and pretty much checked him and put him in place from the beginning. And then again, he wouldn't have survived in Green Bay that long. He would have got fired a long time ago. But I can't believe to the extent of how much of a diva he really is. And you just look at, I'm going to put the article, you read the full article. You just look at some of the stuff that's being said about him, changing all the plays, doing what he want to do. And really, this got exploited like really, really bad this year because they wasn't winning. And for him to go out there and say, he didn't go out there publicly and say, well, this is what teammates and anonymous sources said, that he just thought Mike McCarthy was the stupidest football coach that he ever had. He had a low football IQ. And like I said before, I heard that before. Changing all the plays at the line. He must be the white Willie Beeman, any given Sunday reference for people who don't know. But, you just wonder, man, like, that's just, like, damn, that's why they only got one Super Bowl. Or he been changing plays this whole time. So he been the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. So he deserved the cake. They should have been cut Mike McCarthy and got rid of him. This was a bad signing. I don't know if they didn't believe in Aaron Rodgers. He said he rode the pine for 2 or 3 years behind Brett. I don't know if they didn't believe in Aaron Rodgers and they didn't think he was going to be that good. Or they probably just asked Brett, was Mike good? And they was like, okay, Brett said he good. But they probably didn't consider the backup quarterback. And this dude held a personal vendetta over the draft. Okay, motherfuckers make a mistake all the time. You don't hear Tom Brady sitting there bitching and complaining. He just take it out on the field and go out there and destroy the teams that passed up on him. Aaron Rodgers, man, that ain't my type of guy. His whole personality and persona just scream like he an asshole, man. But beyond an asshole. This is not even the McCarthy thing, the Greg Jennings story I just spoke on. Having a receiver scared to, if I don't do what Aaron say, but McCarthy called this play, if I don't do what Aaron say, then I'm not going to get the ball. I'm going to get cut. But pretty much this nigga, the GM, the coach, and the fucking quarterback. And through all this dysfunction, his skill level rose above for most years to carry that team and carry the controversy and the schisms they had in the locker room. That's amazing. So we'll see how he do this LaFleur guy, that don't have no head coaching experience. This just scream like the Green Bay Packers gonna fall off, man. This scream like the issue. Now maybe he might warm up to this guy. He might like this guy, and this guy ain't pass up on the draft. But for you to hold a personal vendetta over get passed up for Alex Smith, and that was that man's personal opinion. You held a personal vendetta because of that, man. For all these years, you still gonna hold it against that man. That just shows you that's a female trait, bro. Let me just say that. He got feminine traits. And we see all these dudes rocking with man bags and with purses and fanny packs, but he got a fanny pack, a man bag, and a Young Thug dress on, acting like that. Females hold on to shit like that for a long time. They hold on to personal vendettas. Men don't post. Usually the men that I grew up around, they don't do that, bro. We fight, argue, cousins come to blows, homeboys that went outside, scrapped it off. All right, we shake it off. We go back playing 2K or go back to playing Tonka trucks or playing basketball, whatever the situation may be. But for this motherfucker to hold a vendetta for this long, he's still holding a personal vendetta through the highs, through the lows, through the successes, through the good and the bad. Mike McCarthy a good one, bro. I don't know how he did that. Maybe he figured like he'd never get a coaching job again after messing up with one of the greatest stars of the football, Aaron Rodgers. That's what they try to push. But, for him to hold that personal vendetta, he got feminine traits, bro. Real talk, that's a big feminine trait, man. You supposed to get past that, have some beers, whatever you drink, chop it up like, all right, I was wrong, Aaron. I evaluated it wrong. Wooty-woot, let's move on, man. I just want the best for you. Let's sit down and start these game plans for the week and get over it. But, hey, it is what it is, man. It shows you that dysfunction, if you got a talented team, you can rise above dysfunction, but not for so long. Eventually, it's going to implode in your face, man. But, hey, let me know what y'all think about the article, the story. I'll link it in the description. Appreciate everybody for showing love. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Other than that, continue to share the videos, man. I definitely appreciate it. It's the best way you can donate. And, damn, shit crazy right here, man. Real crazy, man. But I sense some problems in Green Bay land this year if they don't start winning, man. But let me know what y'all think. We gone.